very hard to save to see these nice things here in Glendale, Nordstrom.
Are you one of those who failed to save and wondering how you can prevent any more of this wastage? These 8 tips that I'm going to share with you. Creating holistic financial plan. Having the desire to create a goal. Why? You cannot buy expensive things that you love. The problem that I see most people is unable to save. Buy the things they don't really need. If you're just starting a family, creating a plan, it will prevent complaining as to why they cannot do this, cannot do that. You are being aware and prevent too much expectation to be on track and be in control of your investment. So important to you know what are those that are included in your portfolio so that you can avail of the opportunity gain to invest on mutual funds, 10 or 20% of gross income. But of course, if you wanted to inquire about that details, because I also did a lot of studying as I also be trying to become a certified financial planner. This is a legal disclaimer. As of now, I'm not a financial planner nor analyst, and this is just to educate and help you with your financials. You need to find out what kind of tolerance you have, risk tolerance you have, so that you can understand, what you can invest in. Putting some of those in your specific buckets. Have something when the event comes and you're not expecting it, like unemployment or illness. The rule of thumb that I have is the essentials that you can save up for like 8 months. Let's say you have $4,000 in essential expense. You can multiply that by 8. So that's $32,000, guys. And you need to make sure that you already have some of those reserves before you even invest in stock. In stocks, you don't know if it's gonna go up or down. But the upturn of the economy will help you when you do a dollar cost averaging by investing on a month-to-month basis. If you think you're ready, you see, every time you make rent payment, you cannot get it back. Unlike when you put down $50,000 for $500,000 property, that's already there. And then you reduce your balance every time you make your mortgage. That's a lot of equity that you can get. That will help you grow your funds and be able to enjoy, your retirement. Live within your means and try to find the property that's really you can afford. If you can afford $1,500 in rent, maybe you can buy a property with a mortgage of $1,800 or $2,000 so that you can maintain it while you are learning in this investing strategy, that you can start investing already so that your money will grow. But of course, it depends on you what kind of portfolio you want. But loving and continue working. It's a primary source of your income. If you're saving consistently, where will you get the money to invest if you don't have the funds? So like what happened with AMC, from $10 became $60, or the Bitcoin from 12,000 became 60,000. They thought, oh, I found the secret of investing. Then they quit their job. Before they know it, the stocks went down again. You really have to be very careful, especially if you're not as young as 30 years old, because time will no longer be on your side. Keeping your work becomes a habit. The same thing with investing. If you create good habits at your work, you're going to create good habits at your investing. Keep your job, which is our policy. I always tell my family, unless you are ready. In fact, my husband at 69 now is still working, despite we have some funds to retire on. So the next one is about spending purposefully. When you purposefully spend $1,000, $4,000 in your essentials, and then you got an income of $5,000, and then you spend $2,000 for your non-essential, you have $1,000 to save if you're disciplined enough to pay or to invest in any kind of vehicle that will give you a very good returns. So if you think about that, that would give you a lot of passive income. By this time, you should get your aha moment, like my aha moment in 1995 when I lost years of savings. That's the most difficult part to be in. I'm trying to create this YouTube so people can learn from my mistakes. Like in 2018, I thought my grateful exit, but I didn't. So now, grateful that I can share this with you. I hope this will help you maintain your property and not experience the horror of foreclosure, the horror of being unemployed, relying from families, close friends for the food and the shelter. Next one is about value, you guys. What is the value of financial intelligence? Being prepared, having the financial literacy and mentally tough. It's not all about the money. If you got $1 million, you might even wonder why or how, what will you do with the money? But if you know your value, you know why you're putting it. They said $235,000 for every child you bring to college and graduate. We have 3 kids. So tell me, what's that $700,000 mean? If I didn't have children, then maybe I have all those money. Because I have the obligation to fulfill, improve their lives, and contribute to the world. What kind of skills you need? Like I tried to retrain myself, my brain. In 1998, I became a real estate agent and trained for the certification. Also took my MBA, master's degree, although it all went, down because I wasn't able to maintain it. Just a matter of how you're going to apply it. Thinking about the overall picture, like my husband was able to acquire his dream job, and then my children became productive. E is about envisioning your goals. What am I gonna do with this $400,000? What will I do when I retire? You gotta envision it. For the first 10 years, I cut pictures so that I would know the house that I like, how much of that money of the $400,000 that I saved up will be useful, what expenses. You gotta know about that so that you can be motivated. Because in these tough times that we have, like now where I'm here, there's so many things like I buy here. $500 with jacket because I'm just human. But now I know that I cannot buy this beautiful blouse anymore. And the vacation, $10,000 for family of 5, that we didn't go for 20 years. That's the kind of thinking I want you to do. Envisioning yourself that you're not doing that so that you can expedite your savings. I may not have accomplished all the goals, but eat 3 times a day, roof over our heads, and we can have the option not to work anymore because we were able to save maybe enough so that we can continue our frugal living. You too can do this, guys. I hope this will help you. I'm so thrilled and I'm just congratulating you for reaching this far. Bonus tip that they can so that they don't have to waste their funds.
Take care of yourself, and then also your job should be good at your job. Be dedicated and avoid being reckless nowadays because of this pandemic and this inflation and everything. It's really a hard time.
We'll discuss about inflation. Maybe you can go ahead and check that video, improve your finances with this 8 tips of investing. So you can invest your funds instead of just saving it. Traditionally in the bank, they have like 1%. But do you know that 30 years ago, we were given 9%. And with that rule of 72, earning 9%, it only takes 8 years and then your money will double. But now it's 72 years. It really depends on how much dividends you get or how much your money is growing. So I hope this helped you guys. NCTP, Net Consulting,